Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading for the end of March right through the end of April 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your twin flame reading for those twins who are currently in separation. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. The first pile will be your pile, the second pile will be your person's pile, and the third pile is the unified energy of how things are going to come together. Also worth noting to check up online what it means to be in a twin flame connection, because if anyone is mentally, physically, or emotionally abusive, that is not a twin flame connection. That is more likely to be a false flame connection, and it really will drain you of your wonderful love and waste your beautiful time, okay? So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know right now regarding their twin flame connection? Can you please guide them and show them the way? How is this relationship evolving? What do they need to know at this time? I want you to be aware, of course, that a twin flame connection, it's a formed sacred union, and it's often based as a result of shared difficulty or pain. Now, your twin flame will reflect back to you your greatest strengths, but also your greatest weaknesses. And their presence in your life is literally to trigger or amplify any unhealed trauma or experiences so that you can basically surrender to the union. Now, it's not a game, it's an energetic exchange. It's always worth mentioning, though, that a twin flame is a spiritual awakening. And of course, at first, it is a passionate, intense relationship where both parties feel love and magnetize towards each other. But it is more than that. Rather than an actual physical romantic relationship, it's more of a process that prepares us to release lower vibrational energy that keeps us stuck in fear or addictive patterns or even unhealthy attachments, okay? Now, it is a very intense vibrational transformation, an inner relationship with self, a personal journey of discovery that must be done alone at first. And basically, you know, twins, they trigger each other to discover their true life's purpose and embrace unconditional love, because of course you cannot love another person if you do not love yourself first, and then the reunion process can take place and the relationship can be sustainable. Now, people always ask, if twin flames, they love each other so much, why don't they just say, I love you, and really like let each other in? But if you're basically having two people who've gone through some very traumatic experiences, you know, it can trigger fearful emotions that come to the surface, and they may actually have an unhealed triggered response that they go to. So if they feel deeply about something, you know, a twin who is avoidant emotionally, their go-to response is to run away or to ghost or go silent. Now, this is unhealthy, of course, and twins, you know, they're very complex in nature, but it's about understanding the dynamics of complex humans. And, you know, if you've had a person who's gone through some difficult experiences or traumatic experiences, you know, it's hard for them to kind of like override a typical response, okay? And it's basically about healing those parts so that both of you can offer a sustainable relationship. Now, there tends to be a runner, a chaser, and a separation period in a twin flame dynamic. It's not always typical to form. I want you to be aware of that, but it often is something that occurs. I mean, sometimes there can be two runners as well, but there has to be like a rite of passage kind of energy where both parties, they separate for a certain period of time. Now, twin flame dynamics are very challenging, and not everybody gets to be with their twin because, you know, it is an often lonely relationship during the separation period. And, you know, some people just decide to not connect to the twin flame dynamic and go for a soulmate. But it depends on what you want to do. Everyone's got their own prerogative. You can actually, you know, reunite with your person when the universe orchestrates a meeting between you both, because what is meant for you will never pass you by. But I always say, do not wait for your twin, because they have their own path to discover, which will lead them back to you. And of course, your path will lead you back to them, but only when the moment is right. Okay. Now, I always say that twin flames, they are like magnets, both identical in polarities. Okay, I will pull another card on this because right now I'm just seeing this energy of a spiritual awakening occurring between both of you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? We do have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So, now, looking at the energy, it's worth mentioning about the magnets. Both of you attract each other, but also repel each other. There's always that space in between that has to occur, okay? And that space in between allows spiritual development and growth where both parties can change the frequencies, because twins, they're in an identical frequency. So you basically want to be with each other, but because of all the unhealed stuff, it kind of prevents both parties from coming together. Now, you know, the chaser tends to be the one who is in their authentic energy. They're willing to surrender to the union, even though it is a very vulnerable position to open up to this depth of love. And of course, the twin flame relationship is very exposing. And the runner, let's say, is the one who is running away from things within themselves that they've been running away from their whole life. Okay, they've been avoiding something and emotionally unavailable. So they push away their twin. It's not personal, it's actually them kind of like projecting and pushing away aspects of self that they don't want to deal with. So often, and looking at your person's energy, I feel they're healing from something. I feel this person is shedding old skin. I also feel this person has a lot of jealousy in them. Whoever you are dealing with right now, this person, they have a lot of jealousy. And this comes from a self-loathing, is what I can see straight away in your person's energy. And of course, we cannot love another person if we don't love ourselves. So I feel this person is going through some sort of transformation there. I also feel your person is emotionally avoidant, but I feel for some of you, not all of you, but the main energy I'm getting from your person is this person may have been numbing feelings, because when you get a Three of Cups in a twin flame reading, it tends to mean this person, you know, they like to be the life and soul of the party, or they're using some sort of substance or addiction in order to numb some feelings, okay? And when you've got a snake there, this can represent a toxicity, or something that needs to be purified at this time, a detox going on with your person. I mean, the star energy can indicate this person is currently going through a detox. How do they feel about you? I mean, they love you. There's definitely love and a depth of feeling there, but I feel this person, I'm being given this energy as well. This person's once bitten, twice shy. In fact, I feel this person has been hurt many times in relationships, whether they were let down in previous relationships or whether they were kind of like, I feel betrayed, okay? That's the energy I'm being given. And I'm not here to kind of like give a person a way out or take sides. I'm here to understand the person's energy so I can understand the outcome. But let's get straight to your cards first, because you are the protagonist energy, and we got the Sun. So you're trying to shine your light out there. You're going through a major awakening in your life. I feel like you're trying to be really positive about yourself. You're also trying to see this twin flame dynamic from all aspects. I mean, you're someone who's a visionary. I feel like you kind of know your person. I feel like you know how you feel, and you know that this person loves you, but you also know this person, they get in their own way, okay? Now, the Sun card can indicate that you're having a glow up. So I also see here You've got the Knight of Wands energy. So you're following your passions, but also I see that you are, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, it's like you've withdrawn from this connection, and it's like you have swapped the dynamics, like you're the runner. Okay, because I feel like you've given a lot of energy to this. I feel like you gave your all to this person. I feel like you gave this person your healing light. I mean, you got the Queen of Wands. Look at that as well. Yeah, you're definitely having a glow up. You're someone who's very attractive. You know, you actually have a lot of attention. And I feel this person, they know that. You just magnetize people, okay? You walk into a room and people look, and you know, you may not notice that about yourself, but actually you have this gravitas where people, they see you and then they want to get to know you better, or there's something about your energy where you are like feisty and, you know, strong, and basically I feel this sense of confidence, even if deep down you don't feel confident about yourself. Sometimes I feel the exterior that you have like a wonderful poker face kind of like energy, you know. I'm being given this energy that you're very popular, right? Even if you don't feel it yourself. I mean, my beautiful Scorpio, sometimes you like to withdraw and be behind the scenes and like be in hermit mode, but actually I feel a lot of people, when you go absent or off grid, people want to know where you're at. So some people build like a picture in their head of all the things that you could be up to when you're just taking your time at home, or like convalescing, or just like chilling out, or just planning the next moves in life. But it's almost like I'm hearing these like whispers about you. You know, I rarely get things like this in the readings that I do, but it's almost like people wonder where you're at, okay? And you're just doing you. But with this sun energy here, I feel like you are someone who basically is focused on what makes you happy. You know, I feel like you're out there shining your light. You're having a glow up. A lot of you are focusing on your prosperity at this time. You just want to be happy, okay? And I feel like you've given a lot of energy to this, but I'm just getting this kind of energy where you're like, okay, I can't give to this anymore because it requires a lot of your energy and it's been draining, okay? Also, what am I getting from this sun energy is like beauty, raw energy, raw passion. You know, you're fiery and you're exciting to be with. And this person, there's just this energy where they feel like they're not enough. And that's like not true of the dynamic, but this comes from an insecurity. So thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. Oh my gosh, I even just got that this person, your twin, one of their friends actually is attracted to you also. So this feels really messy. And I just get this energy that they fear that they would not be able to offer you a long-term relationship that would keep you wanting to be by their side. It's like they feel that by being with you long-term would expose that somehow they feel like they're not enough for you, or that you are someone who is interesting and exciting and you just go out there and do wonderful things in life, and they just feel like they don't have anything to offer. It's almost like they've got the star energy, but who shines brighter? Okay, that's what I'm being given. And I don't like it when things like this come out in readings, but I have to give you what I am feeling, what I'm being given by my guides right now. It's like you outshine them in some way, or by being with you kind of like makes them see their insecurities even stronger. You know, I'm just getting this sense of like jealousy being triggered in this person because they feel like they're not enough, but there's also some self-loathing there. I'll have to tap into it a little bit more to see why there is a separation period going on right now, but this is how you're feeling about your person. I feel with the sun energy, sometimes, and you know, again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, sometimes you may peek at their social media if they're on social media just to see what they're doing online, but I feel right now you're just focusing on yourself, prioritizing your own needs at this time. You're going through a major awakening, and I feel like you want to leave any confusion or darkness about this behind. I feel like you're so done. I just get this energy of like, okay, I tried, I gave everything to this, but now I just feel it's time to like remove myself. Because with the Knight of Wands there, some of you may even be questioning whether twin flames actually exist. You know, you're very physically attracted to this person, so you may be wondering, is this just a physical thing? Is this just a magnetism that we're attracted to each other? And Is it more than this? I mean, deep down, you know. Okay, when you meet your twin, you know. And I feel like you're trying to, and again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, it's almost like you're trying to talk yourself out of how you felt about this person, because this person kind of avoided their feelings, and now you're like deciding to move away from this. And okay, it's two energies I'm being given. It's like you're detaching right here, but also I'm being given this energy that you overcared, or like, what is that? Yeah, to overcare can hurt a lot. You know, it's like you gave so much of yourself, but you feel it's time to like detach from this. I mean, if you look at this, this is a dandelion, so you may wish to be with this person, or you may wish to, you know, almost like have them see you have that glow up. Believe me, they're watching. If you're on social media, I get this energy that you're watching them and vice versa. That's what I'm getting from your reading. But with that Queen of Wands, this is you stepping into your power, being confident about who you are, and kind of like, I just get this energy that you're just doing you, trying to like phase out that part of your life right now, launching yourself into creative pursuits, being outgoing. You're someone who's super intelligent. You know, you've tirelessly worked on giving to this connection, and you're really fun to be with, but you know your worth. And I feel like you're not actually giving to this anymore. You're like giving all your energy into your creative pursuits. Some of you are like, you know, being a homemaker. And I feel like you're also launching yourself into your career if you are, you know, currently in a career, for example. Or if you're retired, it can be into your like creative pursuits, hobbies, or projects. But I feel right now you are like being a pillar of stability for your own life and prioritizing your own needs. Not because you wanted to, you know, you wanted to be with this person, but I feel like you've had to. You know, you see yourself as a single energy. And with that Knight of Wands energy here, it's like you're very flirtatious, or you're wanting to open up to being flirtatious. Now, I feel a lot of you Scorpios are like, oh my gosh, when I try to be flirtatious, it just doesn't work. You naturally are magnetic. You're naturally someone who gets a lot of attention and has magnetism, okay? So just by being yourself, there is an aphrodisiac in that. I want you to be aware of that. But I'm also being given with this Knight of Wands that you are kind of like looking for a new adventure, or looking for someone else who really interests you, because there's a spark and a lot of chemistry between you and this person. And this is literally like how you're feeling about this person. You know that there is passion. You know that there's intensity there. You know physically, you and this person, you're off the charts, okay? But it's almost like you've overridden this part of yourself where you know that there's love there, but you offered this person love and they were avoidant. We'll find out why, because this person, they're healing. I feel this person's got addictions as well. I got to be honest with you, what I'm getting with this person. This person does love you, okay? But I feel this is a protective measure for you, where this detachment is almost like showing to your twin, I don't care. Okay, you didn't hurt me. I don't care. I'm getting on with my life. Watch my glow up. You know what, even though deep down you're hurting, deep down, I'm going to pull a card on this, because looking at all this energy, I feel you're someone who is super independent, and it's required a lot of strength and passion for you to get back up on this, okay? But also to do it effortlessly, where this person would look at you and see that actually maybe you don't care, when really deep down you care a lot. It's like this surface energy that I've got coming here. And let's just go a little bit deeper to see below the surface here for you. Seven of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. You know that this person was your destiny, fated to meet this person, but I feel like you're trying to turn your life around right now, and you know that destiny will, you know, basically bring you back together when the moment is right. I always say, do not wait for your twin. But also we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. You're fed up, you're frustrated with this, and you may be trying to open yourself up to the alternative because you're so dissatisfied. You know, you're checking the exchange. You've put so much hard work into this relationship, and it hasn't borne much fruit. Okay, so part of you really wants to save this relationship. Seven of Pentacles is like, can we save this? But also, I feel for some of you, it's you being at a crossroads. and knowing a decision needs to be made, and basically erecting healthier boundaries and kind of like valuing yourself in a different way. So it's almost like I feel this energy of you kind of like becoming the runner because you're not giving to this anymore. You've given. And also I'm getting this energy of like a new strategy. So some of you may be like, okay, I'm going to like get on with my life and just do me, prioritize my own needs, but also deep, deep down in the secret part of yourself, if you're honest with yourself, some of you may be like, okay, I wonder if I just get on with my life and just don't care about this, will they come seeking? Will they reach out? Well, the answer is yes, but I feel it's not a game, it's an energetic exchange. It's worth mentioning that there. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is also a card of like, I'm getting this energy of like care and foresight. It's like if you knew then what you know now, a lot of you, there's this energy of like, I would never have allowed myself to fall in love with this person, even though deep down you feel it was destined to have happened that way. But I feel a lot of you are healing yourself, okay? And I'm just getting this energy of like empathy burnout. It's real. You've given so much to this person. You've even tried to put yourself in this person's shoes to understand why they've pushed back, why they're emotionally avoidant. And I feel like in your own sensitivity, you've become like overloaded. And don't get me wrong, this person has not overlooked you, but some of you may feel unappreciated or overlooked by this person. And I feel this person, they are lost in some sort of addiction or some sort of numbing of pain. This person is like they were a party person, okay? Or they're choosing like a cycle of toxicity where they self-sabotage. If you think about like a snake, and I've said this before, so please, I apologize if you have heard this before, but I'm being given that like analogy of if a snake bites you and hurts you, you don't run after the snake to say, why? Why did you do that to me? You really hurt me, and now I got to go and find an antidote. I want an explanation. No, you don't ask that snake anything. You run in the opposite direction and you find an antidote and you never go near the snake again. But there's something about this connection that is hypnotic, is what I'm being given. And I feel this person, they're locked in some sort of toxic cycle that they need to heal before they can offer you a high level commitment. So right now, I feel like you are doing the right thing by taking ownership of your life and basically following your passions and your pursuits in order to fulfill your own needs and, you know, choose happiness over this cycle of repeat. And in that, your person realizes that you're not giving to this anymore, so therefore they have a choice. Do they step up or step out? So yeah, there's something in that coming through. I mean, your person's got the heart, which means they love you. There is a depth of love that this person has that I feel like deep down you kind of know it's there, but their actions have maybe not reflected this. I'm going to pull a card and see a little bit more. This card indicates there's a lot of passion there. You know, you brought this person a lot of joy and they love spending time with you. And I feel this person has questioned whether it has been just a physical thing or not, because the way that they kind of see you is that you don't need them. You want them. Okay, and you know, to some degree, that's actually a very healthy thing, because I feel this person may exhibit some sort of codependency. They need to be needed, okay? And again, this is something that needs to be healed, because two people coming together, it's like they offer a relationship that is reciprocal. But, you know, I just get this sense from your person. It's like they look at you like you don't need them. You could have anybody, and their own insecurities make them wonder why you're with them. They may have even asked you, what is it you love about me? What is it about me that you're choosing? Because this person, they have a depth of self-loathing that I feel is very hard to get over. But I'm going to pull a card on it. It says here, the Star, and it's like faith, rejuvenation, and hope. So, I mean, as you can see, there's two little like oysters there, pearls of wisdom. This person, I feel like they want to be open with you. I feel like they want to share something with you. They want to share the reason why they push back on this. I'm going to pull a card and see why this person's healing. You know, it's like this person and you may have met each other when you were partying or when you were under the influence of a substance, for example, or this person was. Because I'm just getting this energy of like they were not looking to fall in love. This person was like on the party train, or, you know, they always connect to their friends. Three of Cups is like community, friendships, partying, celebration, feast, you know, someone who is intoxicated as well. Please look up the meanings of the cards, because I always give you like the meanings as well as the energy that's coming out. So if you know that your person connects to like substances or has addictions in some way, you know, this person with the star energy, they're healing that. So they could mention that they're in some sort of program of recovery, or they may mention that they are getting some sort of, well, I'm just being given hypnotism for some, but also it could be that they are going to get some counseling. Five of Wands, the inner battle, this person, self-sabotage, inner battle, but also I feel like they don't want to give up on this connection. I just want to find out why there is a separation here. We've got the Hermit and we've got the Six of Swords. Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's very plain and simple, really. It doesn't help you, but I'm just being given it's the rite of passage, because Six of Swords is a rite of passage, which means this person's gone through some very stormy emotions, and, you know, they have to release themselves from denial. And, you know, when you get a Six of Swords, it means this person's gone through something where they always expect trouble ahead. It's like they're conditioned to expect more of the same. With that Three of Cups, I suspect this person has been cheated on, okay? And that they've been hurt in the past and they were healing from that. And they may have told you about that, but I feel there's more to it than that, okay? I feel it's almost like I feel this person was connected to an ex where whenever their ex called them, they would just be there. You know, it feels like their ex had some sort of hold on them, but it was a karmic hold. And I just feel that they didn't expect to fall in love with you. And then they were just like, not confused. I feel like they wanted to choose love, but they found themselves falling back into old cycles of repeat. They tend to self-sabotage and they feel like they're not enough for what you offer in a relationship. And I feel they got lost in that. I mean, the Hermit and the Six of Swords are the cards that came out. This relationship was paused on purpose between you and them, because there has to be some sort of spiritual evolution or like introspection. So, you know, Six of Swords is to move on to calmer kind of like emotions and to have a rite of passage where you're both meant to separate and move forward. But also the Hermit is a card of like reflection, inner knowledge to calm those emotions and be clear on what it is you feel. So, I mean, I definitely feel, my beautiful Scorpio, that you're fed up with the dynamic of how things have gone in this relationship. So you have withdrawn in order to protect yourself, and you have flipped the dynamic. You've become, you know, the runner in this. And, you know, with that Five of Wands, the Five of Wands is a battle card, but it can also be a card of like, you know, competitive. Like, so I feel there's this energy of like, people who are in love and have healed aspects of themselves, they don't compete. They are a team. But I feel this person has unhealed aspects of self. So there's this energy of competing or feeling like they're not enough. So the pressure that they put on themselves to be more than what is necessary, you know, they just need to learn to just be themselves, be their authentic, true selves. And you love them no matter what. Also, the Five of Wands, I'm being given this energy of rivalry. This person feels like they needed to withdraw from you because you always have someone interested in you, or even if like you walk down the street with each other, they see people giving you the side eye. They see that a lot of people are attracted to you because you have the Queen of Wands. And this person feels like, you know, if they deep down feel like they're not enough. They just feel like anyone could like steal you away or like tempt you out of the relationship. And if they've been cheated on in the past, this person is like a trigger to them. So as a protective measure, they've decided to push back and decide, actually, I can't do this. They're very conflicted because actually they do love you. Deep down they love you. And in the future, with the Six of Swords, swords are all about the mind, thoughts. So it's like in the future, when they feel like they can get over these insecurities or heal from these addictions, because I feel a lot of them are numbing pain. And when you met this person, they were a very hurt person. Okay. And you amplified that fear of them being cheated on again. And yeah, I feel in the future they see like a future with you. They keep like projecting the future of how they can like offer you a life and a love that you truly deserve and desire. But with these cards, this can indicate right now they're trying to heal something that has been very toxic for them as well. And once they go through that healing process, then they can offer something more sustainable. You know, the star energy is also clarity, to get clear on their heart, to really listen. And I'm being given something right now. It's a song. One moment, please. Okay, I'm being given this song. It feels like it's on your energy. Okay, and the lyrics I'm being given is, oh gosh, this is very strict. I'm not sure if I really want to give you the lyrics on this. You know, I gotta just give it because this is something that's coming through. So just get yourself together, or we might as well say goodbye. Okay, so that's very direct. I mean, humans are very complex, so it's just not as easy as that, of course. It's a song by Simply Red. I think it's called If You Don't Know Me By Now, You'll Never Ever Know Me, or something like that, because I'm hearing that in the background as well. Now, this could be a signpost song. It could be a song that you're going to hear in the next coming weeks, which indicate, you know, you'll actually get some sort of invitation or message from your person, because you do have the flowers here, which means the communication between you and your person, it's not over. It feels like the cut off, interesting, is going to help you and this person blossom in terms of your personal development and growth. So again, we've got like the Five of Swords, which is to be mentally conflicted, to be under a lot of pressure. But also we've got the Hermit, which is a withdrawal. It's a temporary withdrawal, actually. But the Ten of Swords, there's something here about failure. Trying to control something because, you know, there's a fear of failure or a fear of it ending. But actually it has ended because of that very fear. You know, the Five of Swords is the mental fear, and the Ten of Swords is like, well, the fear in itself is blocking the union. So I would say there is this real energy from you right now, my beautiful Scorpio, where you're like exhausted, you're done, you can't do this anymore. And I do feel your person is actually talking to their friends, not the one that actually finds you attractive, but I feel like your person is talking to their friends about you and how they can move past this, because they know that they're going to like lose you forever if they don't step up. Okay, so let me just pull one more card on their energy before we move forward. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know? Queen of Pentacles and the Hangman. Okay, so for some of you, you may be dealing with an earth sign, or you may be dealing with someone who has, you know, a lot of air in their chart as well, because I feel like they're very inconsistent right now in their energy, but also with the Hangman there, you know, Pisces energy, but also we've got that Queen of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. It feels like it's going to take a long time for this person to like be able to offer a sustainable relationship, you know. I feel like this person with the Hangman, it means like they have to give something up, they have to sacrifice something in order to offer a high level commitment, because this is a card of like protection, protecting oneself, doing the hard work, being grounded, and basically committing oneself to creating a healthy environment and settling down. And we've got the Hangman there, which means this is something they wish for, but they must sacrifice something. And The Three of Cups could be like a substance, or they need to open up and tell you what's going on and not leave you in the dark regarding their feelings. Otherwise, you're just going to presume that they don't have any feelings, that they're just wasting your time, which I feel a lot of you are just feeling right now. Also, the Hangman can be that this person, they were in a high level commitment and it turned their life upside down, and they have to put an end to an old way of doing something, or basically release a restriction or some sort of baggage that's holding them back in life. So this pause is giving them time to reflect on what it is that they need to cut out of their life, or to learn how to implement self-care or feel more confident within themselves. But right now, I feel they're not quite there yet. Okay, so I would say, because this reading is only for the next 6 weeks, I would say you're going to hear from your person, but I would say that there's an energy of both of you being separate. Okay, you do have the flowers. Now, the flowers in the Lenormand deck, it literally means like invitation or communication, or like paying attention to something, appreciating what you feel like you've lost. Now that you've lost it, it's like you always know how valuable something is when you've lost it. And because you've withdrawn your energy and removed yourself from the situation, my beautiful Scorpio, it's given this person time to reflect on what they feel like they've lost. When I met my twin, and I do mention this, a lot in the twin flame connections, this reading's not about me, but I just want to give you an example. When I met my twin, I'd actually been through a very damaging relationship with a karmic, and I was basically a shell of myself. I could not love another person because of the experience I had. I was so damaged, I couldn't love myself either. So when I met my twin, I got very scared. And I didn't recognize that I was scared. I was just like, whoa, I'm falling in love here. Not again. I'm not going to be hurt again. I don't need anybody. I'm just going to keep that over there. So I kept my twin at arm's length because I just felt like I'd been destroyed by a previous experience. I'm not letting that happen to me again. Otherwise, it'll be the end of me. So sometimes, there are complex reasons within a person as to why they do not connect to their twin, or they feel like they're not enough. Now, your twin has different reasons going on here. I feel like this person's been cheated on in the past. Okay, or they've been hurt in the past, and they've emulated a toxic pattern or response to that. And they feel like, because you get a lot of attention, that this is something that potentially could happen in the future. So their fear is overriding a situation, but they're still going to try and reach out because they're trying to get a grip on their fear, but it's just not working right now. Okay, so we do have number 9, which is the Hermit energy, and you've got the Hermit here. So I'd say you and your person, you're meant to be separate on purpose over the next 6 weeks in order to really reflect on who you are, the choices that you're making, and really what is right for you in this moment. Twin flames, they are separated on purpose in order to take a temporary time out to reflect on one's life purpose, on the soul mission, because twins, they tend to have a soul mission. Now, we do have that 5 of Swords there, okay? 5 of Swords is self-sabotage, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. And it says here, unbridled ambition, winning at all costs. So again, it's like this person, they tend to hurt people because of their self-sabotage. And this is also in their family unit as well. But it's got to come from somewhere. And right now, I got to be honest with you, I'm not getting the full kind of like epicenter, shall we say, of where this comes from with your person, other than this person's been cheated on or betrayed in the past, and they just feel like it's going to happen again. And when we like feel something is going to happen to us that we've experienced in our past, nothing and nobody is ever going to make us think otherwise, because it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? It's like, I know I'm going to be cheated on again, so therefore, you know what, I may as well just protect myself. So this person is like, they feel like they're right, even to spite themselves. It's like they're sabotaging the connection because they just feel they're right. And that's something that I feel is coming from this card. We've also got the Hermit, which is, that temporary timeout. It is a pause in order to be older and wiser and reflect and gain enlightenment. I feel like you're someone who is very acutely enlightened, okay? And your person, to some degree, is playing catch up, but they're learning to listen to their heart. And it says solitude, insight, and contemplation. And as you can see, there's like a mirroring energy here as well. So both of you deep in thought. I definitely see it's a stalemate situation right now. And finally, we've got that Ten of Swords. So 6 weeks, I feel there's no movement on this. I do feel you will have some sort of message. And with the Three of Cups there, it could be your person asks you to go to an event where there are other people. It may not be a one-on-one, and that may frustrate you. I'm just going to pull a quick card on that because I feel this person has to go through an ego death before they can really like step into their authenticity and say, you know what, I'm going to surrender to this union. And I feel this is about responding differently to challenging situations. Ten of Swords is all about betrayal. So it tells me there's something here in this person's energy about betrayal. And of course, Scorpio, you're someone who is highly aware of that because it's something that you also seek, loyalty in relationships and friendships and, you know, connections. So I feel that's why you kind of understand this person on a different level, because you know what it's like to either be betrayed or fear dishonesty, for example. I don't see any cards here that tell me that your person is dishonest. So I have to be honest with the person's energy that I'm picking up on. But the Ten of Swords doesn't have to be the end of something. It can actually be like responding differently to something. So I feel this is what is happening with your person. They're learning to like heal, but it's like they're also unlearning a typical response. So if their go-to response is to avoid emotionally or to ghost or to like run away from their feelings and be avoidant, I feel like they're learning to not go to that triggered response. Okay, so let me just pull a quick card on that Ten of Swords. I would say right now that it's not that the twin flame relationship is over. I feel right now, the next 6 weeks, you and your person are separate on purpose, going through the rite of passage in order to focus on your own needs, prioritize your own needs. Seven of Wands, guarded energy. Nine of Wands, a lot of hurt and sadness here. I'm just going to go and see if I can move past that energy. Empress. Okay. Also, I'm getting this energy where your person may have also witnessed a parent or guardian cheating as well. So this could be something, and it's like, oh, well, you know what? It's just happened to them as well, and they just feel like it's always going to be that way. But I feel like they have to learn that that doesn't have to be their story, because they were dealing with you, and you are someone who is honest and true and loyal and faithful, and you were going to be by their side, but their fear made them think otherwise. So we have that Seven of Wands, guarded energy, but not giving up on it. I want you to be aware. Seven of Wands means, you know, there's jealousy and envy and competition and like conflict and a need to be careful and cautious, but not giving up on something. It's like defending oneself. So I do feel this person is very defensive. And we've also got that Nine of Wands, because they're hurt, or because when they met you, they were not expecting to fall in love, and actually they were hurt from a previous experience. Twin flames, they trigger and amplify unhealed responses or situations. And I feel with that Nine of Wands, there's a cautious energy of this person being quite strong, but also, you know, having this sense of like love leaves or love hurts. And both of you, I feel, actually have experienced that. That's why there may be some sort of mirrored energy going on here. But this person has to heal this before they can offer you a love that is truly rewarding and sustainable from a healthy perspective. And we've got the Empress energy, which is self-care needs, choosing healthier responses, maturing. Okay, and also to acknowledge one's beauty, one's attractiveness, because I feel deep down there's some self-loathing going on with your person. So it's about, as we mature, we start to really see ourselves as we truly are, that, you know, we are unique, and that is our superpower, and we can't be anyone else. So we may as well love ourselves and invest in ourselves and live our best life. And I feel your person is in a process of learning that right now. Okay. Also, I feel like their parental figure was feminine who got cheated on. Okay. And it may be something that they have said that has kept them like emotionally avoidant. So that's something that's coming out there as well. There's no blame game here, but sometimes our experiences from our past, things that we witness, that are not even ours. You know, we can look at our parents, our guardians, and the experiences they have and how they deal with them. We can learn from them or absorb them when we're children and recognize, you know, these behaviors. And if, for example, and I feel like your person, there's this energy of a very turbulent upbringing. So their kind of like go-to relationship is to go towards something that is either toxic or like volatile. And that's their idea of what it means to be in a relationship, like a trauma bond, for example, because that's something that they've witnessed when they were younger. And this is something that needs to be healed before they can actually offer, you know, a relationship. So final cards, we've got, I'm struggling to resolve my life. So yeah, there's something going on with this person, healing something. Numbing is a big deal with this person right now, and I feel like they're in the processes of healing from that. So whatever they're struggling with, they are struggling to resolve it, and I'm getting the courage to share how I feel. So it comes back to that, like, opening up to let you know what's been going on with them. And I feel like they have to go through an ego death to basically say, look, I'm in love with you. I feel like they're going to expose how they truly feel, that they've always been in love with you right from the very beginning, and they don't want to run away from their feelings. I feel it's so important with this person that they're fed up of their own self-sabotage, and that's really when anything changes. When we're fed up of people or situations or even our own stuff, that's only when real change happens. And I feel in the future, your person will change. But of course, you get to decide whether you're around for that. The universe will bring you back together when the moment is right. And then you get to decide, you know, things like bumping into each other or going to the same events or hearing from your person. You know, this is the universe trying to bring you both back together to decide whether you want to take the journey or whether you're both ready or not. So will you hear from your person? I feel yes, you will have a message from your person. But looking at your energy with that Ten of Swords there, I feel there's a lot of hurt feelings, and there needs to be some sort of like responsibility or accountability taken before both of you can move through this in order to open up to a new start. Remember, Ten of Swords is a gateway of something ending into a new beginning. And if you look at this, you know, we've got the Five of Swords there, and we've got the Hermit energy and the Ten of Swords. This can be that self-sabotage and withdrawal ends. It can be that you and this person, because you've stepped away and had so much time apart, you've been blossoming as humans, you can come together for a new start. It doesn't mean the end of something. It can mean the beginning of something, but in a different response or a different form. But there has to be change. Okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a ring before we close. Oh, okay. So we've got a seahorse. Okay, now if you really think about the nature of a seahorse, they do things differently that is not typical to norm or typical to form either. Okay, so it can be that, you know, for example, seahorses, the male seahorse, you know, carries the little baby seahorses. So it can be that there has to be an alternative response to this particular twin flame dynamic. I mean, seahorses, they tend to represent twin flames or soulmates, people who are meant to be together. So, you know, they mate for life, basically. So I feel you and your person, you're bonded for life, but it's whether you can take the journey and the evolution of this relationship. And that requires, you know, a different response or an alternative response than what has been happening. And I feel like you've already done that, my beautiful Scorpio, by prioritizing your own needs, you know, following your passions and being open to new adventures, because that makes you like value yourself in a different way, and it changes your vibration to really force, or shall we say encourage, your person to kind of like step up and change their vibration and take responsibility for their actions so that they can actually open up a higher level commitment with you that is sustainable and healthy. But until then, it's always going to be a cycle of repeat. And I feel like you're so over that. You're so done. That's why you've withdrawn, because you can't do this anymore. So I'll leave it there. You will hear from your person. However, I feel that, you know, right now, next 6 weeks, you're going to be separate, physically separate as well there, okay? So I'll leave it there. I wish I could tie it up all in a bow for you, but the twin flame dynamics, they tend to be very complex. And I have to give you the honest energy of what I can see and what each card means as well there, okay? So thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio, and love and light.